This is Flava with your girl Mary, bringing you what has been happening all week round here to entertain you. Coming up on the show, Afro Palooza Festival with Brema and Afro Palooza Climax with Sawuti Soul. Uganda Performing Rights Society is a professional membership organization of songwriters, artists, musicians, instrumentalists, composers, and music publishers of all kinds of music. I had a chat with some of the members that I met at the National Theatre, and they have a lot to tell you about Uganda Performing Rights Society. Let's take a look. We're right here on Flava magazine, and we have been having a number of issues when it comes to copyright. You've been asking us, and also as Flava as well, we've been having those challenges here for you as we try to upload these things for you on YouTube. You people who have been asking why not, why this. Now today I have two lovely ladies. One is a director, one is a licensing officer. They're going to tell you more about themselves. They're going to tell you more about the copyright, more about Uganda Performing Rights Society, more that you need to learn. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us more about yourself.
I'm Juliet Ssesanga. I am a musician. I'm a director in Uganda Performing Rights Society, an elected member. I'm an elected in charge of performers. Yes, I was elected as a performer representative. As a musician, I've grown up in music, so I've known music all my life, and I thought it's imperative for one, if you have written some songs out there, you should definitely register them and secure them, to secure your copyright. So I thought it imperative for me to join UPRS. I joined it way back in about 2004-3, and yes, I think it's very important for everybody who has something to do with music to have it registered. Yes.
We know that the Uganda Performing Rights Society has been there since 1985. For our people out there watching, you should know they have been there longest. But it's surprising that we have these issues so much when it deals with copyright, and the artists themselves don't know how to copyright their music.
Okay. Like I said, everyone who has music should have it registered. Yeah. And remember, registration is for free. So this involves publishers, singers, lyricists, songwriters, producers, audio producers. Every content which is musical should be registered. So unless you register it, then you won't be able to benefit from from it, because Uganda Performing Rights Society is a collecting society. It's the only legit organization that has been mandated to collect money for musicians in Uganda. It's the only CMO which is in charge for music. We have over 4,000 artists. We have over 4,000 artists, although nationwide we have so many artists. So I'm wondering, why aren't those artists registered? Do they know the benefits, or do they think registering is maybe for you register with a fee or what? But I urge all musicians, all singers, because you might be a singer, I might write for your song and you sing it, yeah? So both of us have copyright over that song. You as the performer, me as the lyricist. Okay, so everyone, it's not only singers who should claim these royalties. No, it's the people who play, everyone, the people, for example, who make the music, the bass player, the guitar player, the keyboard player, all those have rights. Yes, all those, because they contribute to the content of music. Yeah. So when we are registering, we have forms where each criteria falls. So we all should register. We all should register in order to benefit, because together we stand, united, united we stand, divided we fall. The more we are, the better.
We have so many of upcoming artists, and Flava, we are happy to have most of them under us. But the challenge most of these have is that they are signed up to managers. Yes. And these managers tell them that their music is theirs, it's not for the musicians. Oh. So till all the music they're producing while they are with these managers is theirs. It's not for the artists. So how would you advise them? How does this work?
It's legal? It really depends because some managers actually put in money to buy these singers' songs. If you're a manager and you tell me, Julie, write for me a song, it means I've sold my rights to you. You know, and if you have Ephrance singing and you give her the song to sing, it means you are the boss now. So when somebody's writing a song, I think there should be a demarcation. I am writing a song, but I remain with my rights as the lyricist. You understand? So each one has to know their rights. I'm a performer. I'm performing. For example, I perform so many people's songs, but I am a performer. But they also have their rights. So I get my royalties as a performer. They get their rights as lyricists or producers. You understand? So those who claim that they have all the rights or the singers don't have rights are those singers who are totally managed. The managers get the money, they put them to the studio, they buy the songs, they put them to the studio, they make videos for them, and then they organize shows for them. It means that this singer eventually becomes an employee. You understand? It really it benefits in a short term, but in the long term, because you can't be on top forever. You can't be on top forever. At the moment, even now, Elvis Presley, so many years after his death, his children are still benefiting. So each one of us should endeavor to register, have your music registered, and make proper agreements between you and your manager or your promoter. You're giving me this song on what under what conditions? Could we write something down? Because everything that's written down is legal. So we should have that demarcation. I am writing a song for you. I'm taking these rights. You're remaining with these rights. If after this time I take back my song, I can give it to somebody else. That's okay. So we should have all that written down properly. Yes, yes.
And then also in some instances, you find where you've bought a song, a writer, let's say a musician will write you a song, but they already registered it with you, and then he sells it to you. So you sing this song, but you don't know it's already registered. You've bought it. How do you handle it?
That is wrong. That is wrong now. Now that is wrong. That is totally unacceptable because it's like selling a pair of shoes twice. You can't sell something to two different people. That's why I say that if you write a song, you can tell the singer that maybe after 10 songs, I take back my rights of writing this song. So in a way that I can give it to anybody I please. So if that is not put out straight, then that will definitely cause problems.
Is there an option for an artist before buying a song to work with you and check if this song was already registered?
Yes. Yes. But then again, you might think a song is registered when they only use the theme or let's say the title of the song. Yeah, I can say a song, let's say Kagutema. Kagutema is a traditional folk song from Buganda. I sang Kagutema. Irene Namatovu sang it. I don't know whether she calls it Kagutema or she calls it a different name, but you find that the same, the lyrics are the same because it's a traditional folk song. So it's the version that you own. You understand? It's the version that you own. If I say my Kagutema is mine, you understand? If somebody went and picked maybe a chorus or a verse from it, the same lyrics, the same melodic contours, then that would be a problem. Then I would be forced to sue that person because he's fringing over my rights. Yes.
Okay, now I have another beautiful lady for you here who deals in licensing. Now we are still going on with the real stuff about the copyright issues here in Uganda. And welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Yeah. My name is Ephrance and I handle the licensing department at Uganda Performing Rights Society. Like we've already explained, every artist, every right holder who owns a creative art has a copyright for their creation. So when they have their creative creations, they come to us and register, as we are the registered CMO in Uganda, to help them collect wherever their music is used commercially. So that's what I do. Yes, please.
Tell us more about the stakeholders.
Yeah, the stakeholders in the music industry as of now, we have very many stakeholders that use our work. I call it our work because when the artists sign with us, they become part of us, we become them. So there are very many stakeholders in this business. We have the broadcasters themselves, for instance, UBC. We have the hotels themselves. We have the restaurants. Every business, the aircrafts, the transport business, the salons, everybody who uses music. This is also to act as a cry out. Please, let's remunerate our rights holders. Let's remunerate our musicians. We shouldn't see musicians begging when they have their own music. When you own your own music, you own the rights in it. Even after you die, you have 50 years after your death that you will still have to benefit from your music. For instance, Michael Jackson died a few years back, but the executors of his estate are still gaining from his work. Why? Because the country where he was registered, the copyright law is properly protected. Let's also strive for the same in Uganda so that we don't see our artists beg when they have their own music that is still being used by our people out there.
There's a lot of plagiarism that is going around, most especially when people are making commercials for their companies and what. Do you find a challenge with that?
I would say it has been a lot of challenge, but we're trying to find a proper way because this law was passed in 2006, but we still have to do a lot of work for everybody to get to understand that the law is in place. Even our own, the rights holders, the ones we represent, some of them don't even know the copyright exists. So we have a lot of work that we are still doing underground to find a way that the copyright law is properly respected in the country. There is nobody who is supposed to use anybody's work for free. UBC as a national broadcaster, I would say they're kind of comply because we've reached out to them and they're showing willingness to comply. But there are many other major stations that are already paying up. You pay and get a license and you use the music legally. And when you pay to UPRS, the money is remunerated back to the rights holders that have ceded their rights with us to collect for them. Yeah.
So if you pay as a TV station and you say we are paying you for the rights, and we have so many artists, and these artists release songs every day. Does it mean we have to pay on a new hit when it comes out today? Are we allowed to play it?
Yeah, for the licenses that we give out to our users, the licenses, we call them blanket licenses because they're annual. You pay once a year. So when we give you a license, for instance, in my repertoire, I have an artist called X. If I give you a license, it covers that person's music for that entire year. When we are reviewing the license the next year, we can use that as a basis that our repertoire has grown from 10,000 to 1 million. So we shall increase our license fees from A to Z. Yeah.
Be playing their music, then it's all about you mozanya music here. We don't know if we are supposed to pay them and then pay you.
Okay, the copyright law is very straightforward. If without the copyright law, it would be that you have to reach every individual artist and ask for permission. But to simplify the work and for easier collection, the law provides for collective management organizations, and the law provides for one collective management organization. And currently, it's Uganda Performing Rights Society, where the music users have to come and seek licenses for the use of the music of our members. Copyright is very broad. It has very many rights. Yeah? There are rights that can be managed individually, and there are rights that can be managed collectively. So for the synchronization rights, synchronization rights are where you want to use somebody's music in your movie. At least you can reach the person individually and negotiate a fee. But at least if you cannot find the person, you can still approach the CMO. The CMO can help you connect you to the person. But at times those rights are managed individually with the individual owners of the music. For anybody who wants to join, joining currently is still free. As long as you are a creative, you have your own music. But I also wanted to put it out right there because there are very many bundles of rights. There are bundles in music, there are bundles in movie, in reprography, in the books. There are different CMOs for that. But if you have rights in music, you're a publisher, you're a performer, you're a producer, you're backup artist and all that, you can register with Uganda Performing Rights Society free of charge. Right now we are located in Bukoto, plot 35. Please find us on every social media, on any social media, Uganda Performing Rights Society, and your questions or your queries will be answered.
Musicians or creatives must know that if they're not registered, they're missing out so much because we have affiliations internationally. They collect money. For example, our songs are played on Amazon. Yeah, like big 5 songs are played on Amazon. Someone says, hey, I bought your song from Amazon, whatever. Those affiliations collect the money and send them over to to UPRS, and then UPRS distributes that money. So it's not only in Uganda that your songs will be beneficial. No, internationally, worldwide, yes. Once you're registered with UPRS, definitely your songs will be worldwide, and you'll get all your royalties from America, from Australia, from where you'll be getting your money. Yes.
You know, our artists also tebatukkirizamu, like how do I say, if they, most of them don't believe in the systems. They'll say, as they are watching, yeah, they'll say, now listen to what those ones are saying. Bagenda kulia sente zaffe. Do they actually get this money?
They do get the money. They do get the money, and I don't remember the last time the royalties were given out, but Madame Ephrance will have to say about that. They're soon getting their money, and it's all going to be on paper, like a bank statement. Julie's song, Kagutema, was played 10 times. That's 10 times 1,000. How much money is that? Her song, whatever, was played. You need to know how many songs, how many times. So it's going to be in black and white. It's the number of times your songs are played is the money you get. Not so, Madame Ephrance. Yeah, so there's no saying, it's not like saying, okay, now Julie is going to get, why does she get to M? After all, she's a board director, what? No. There's not going to be any favorism. It's going to be black and white. The number of times your songs are played are the number of times that money is the number of the amount you're going to get. So if you're a member and unfortunately your songs do not get airplay, it means you are not going to get money. You understand? So you can't claim money if your songs are not being played. For example, you're not hearing your song on radio, you don't have a video out, YouTube is weird because you're not registered with us, then it's going to be hard for you to claim your royalties. But for sure, they're going to get their money.
I would like to put it out there. We are a CMO regulated by government through Uganda Registration Services Bureau. URSB, as the National Copyright Office, has the right to supervise all CMOs. So for all accountability issues, I wouldn't think government would look on as somebody else is enjoying the citizens' money for free. So we are a regulated body that we have somebody we account to through government.